It's been about a month since the S23 Ultra released, and as an iPhone user, the more I use this phone, the more features I learn, and the more I end up loving this phone more and more every single day. With the introduction of the S23 Ultra, I was instantly captivated. The innovative ratio between body and screen size, coupled with the lack of an unsightly notch, meant that this device had a sleekness my 13 Pro Max couldn't possibly compete with. Tech advances very quickly, and Apple has always been years behind Samsung when it comes to features. So finally having a Samsung device and being able to experience these things has truly been eye-opening. I've got a lot of good things to say and a couple of complaints, so without wasting any more time, let's get right into it. Luckily, my 1 week later video ended up doing really good, and I got a lot of helpful comments informing me about all of the amazing features that this phone has to offer. And as an Apple user, one of the big points for me was customization. Coming from something like the iPhone, which isn't exactly known for its customization, I had no idea how much customization this phone actually had. Good Lock was recommended to me by a lot of people, and as soon as I loaded it up, I realized I had barely scratched the surface up to that point. Good Lock takes the customization of the S23 Ultra to the next level. With the new S23 Ultra running Android 13 and Samsung's One UI 5.1, it leaves you with an abundance of customization options at your fingertips. Whether it be a fresh icon skin or a restructured lock screen layout, there are tons of options for you to choose from. Theme Park and Good Lock make your phone accurately match your style, giving off that personal touch without ever getting tired of playing around with the customization. Even if it's something as simple as being able to place your apps anywhere on your home screen, well, that makes a difference. When it comes to technology, nothing is more important than hardware, and the Android flagship definitely has got the goods. Not too curved like some previous Samsung flagships, its comfortable design makes for a pleasant user experience. The flat display found in the iPhones of today's world may look stunning, but its large size can be a difficult fit for one-handed usability. Thankfully, Android is right-hander friendly when it comes to swiping back from an app, regardless of which side you do it from. Unfortunately, iOS does not take this into consideration, and users are unable to customize their navigation preferences, making little sense because most people identify themselves as being right-handed. One thing I will mention when it comes to scrolling on both of these devices, and it might be small, but I promise you this makes a big difference. Whether you're scrolling on Twitter or YouTube or Reddit or whatever it might be, on the iPhone, whenever you want to go back, you have to move your thumb all the way over. On the Samsung, since I use swipe gestures, it's a quick, simple swipe of the right side or the left side, and bam. Likewise, when I'm on my iPhone, I find myself swiping from the right side of the screen all the time, trying to go back, and nothing happens. And then I remember, like, oh yeah, I'm on my iPhone. The battery has been stellar. I've seen a lot of people saying that the always-on display hurts the battery a ton, and for me, it just isn't true. I've found that using the always-on display only takes up around 10% of battery per 24 hours, which isn't bad at all. Granted, I do have mine set up to only show the clock and the date, and from what I'm hearing and my personal experience, this is the first Samsung phone to seriously rival and in a way beat the battery of an iPhone. It's right up next to the current, or maybe rather previous king of battery life, the iPhone 14 Pro Max. Moving on from the S23 Ultra's insane battery life, with the S Pen you have many powerful new possibilities. From the ability to annotate a screenshot, signing contracts from your phone, to remotely triggering a photo with just one click of a button, having that Bluetooth enabled pen is more than practical. Even if not everyone uses it every day, its presence provides an exciting range of options previously unavailable. incredible. And it has so many more features than what I just mentioned. More videos on that to come. So if you like these types of videos, please consider hitting that subscribe button. It helps me out a ton. Now, with that being said, what a difference multitasking makes. Being able to keep up with your emails while referencing a calendar is an experience you can't even begin to have on an iPhone. This phone offers the opportunity to have so much more productivity when compared to the iPhone. Until Apple decides to make iOS not stand in the way of what could otherwise be accomplished on both devices. When it comes to the bad, there isn't much, but there are a few things I want to mention. Updating apps is kind of unnecessarily hard and complicated sometimes. You update Google apps through Google Play and Samsung apps through the Samsung. It's just a little bit of added complexity when it comes to updating apps. Is it a deal breaker? Absolutely not. Just a minor inconvenience. Another thing I have noticed is it's a little bit laggy when set next to my iPhone. If I tap on something on my iPhone, it immediately responds. If I do the same thing on the Samsung. Okay, so I'm editing this video now and I do want to make, I guess kind of an apology because I didn't really notice this until I started looking back on this footage and editing it. But even though the iPhone technically responds quicker, it's only making a loading screen and the Samsung is not making a loading screen. So they're both technically loading up at the exact same time. But I guess because of the lack of loading screen on the Samsung, I just assumed it was being slower. But in reality, they're both lightning fast and they both load up at basically the same time. So yeah, you can see they both load up at the same time. So just a overlook on my part. Sorry about that. I hope you enjoy the video. It almost seems to hesitate for a split second longer. Once again, not that noticeable in regular usage, but I did want to mention it. After years of being chained to the same device, I decided it was time for a change. Taking on something completely new may have been intimidating at first, but that's what made it so exciting. Now my life has this amazing piece of technology in it, and I couldn't be happier about things turned out. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.